boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Which side are you on?
Tell me.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? We'll fight against Joce. We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon scab within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Tell me.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Trump's coming for our unions. He wants us all to fail. He wants us to bow to him, but we want him in jail. Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Tell me.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? They say in the capital city there are no neutrals found. You're either with the union or a scabby Musk bloodhound. Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Tell me.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Don't take that government buyout. Don't listen to Trump's lies. Us workers haven't got a chance unless we organize. Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Tell me.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Now, what side is you on? What side is you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you? You know, it was that black lady in the back talking about some. Tell me, why would you add that on there, ma'am? You should have left that mayo with no salt and pepper. Here come the lady. Here come the black lady with the salt and pepper, talking about. Tell me, which side are you on, ma'am? Bruh, I seen that video and I watched it like 1,000 times back to back to back. So much so I was thinking about putting a beat with it. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on? Yeah, I don't know why it started sticking. I don't know. Somebody say one more time. Y'all want to hear it one more time? Girl, listen, that song is crazy. Now, they say that's the old Union song that they had sung back in the day for workers' rights. But these are the people who wanted to stay home and collect their coin. And Trump said, no, get your behind back to work. So, no, we not on your side, rich, clear people. We are not on your side. Happy Monday, bruh. Happy Monday. I hope y'all on the right side today. See, y'all want to be on the wrong side. I hope y'all on the right side. I hope y'all on the right side today. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Ball Aquarius, if they had a tambourine, I ain't gonna lie. If somebody would have popped out with a tambourine, I probably would have went out there and sung with them. I ain't gonna lie. Look, if somebody would have popped out with a tambourine and started hitting that bit, I probably would have went out there and sung with them. Y'all would have sung me out there and I'd have just been like, man, it was lit, dude. Y'all should have been out here. You feel what I'm saying? Again, it's not that I'm on their side, but if somebody would have popped out with one tambourine Man, I probably would have been out there. I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have been out there. I probably would have been out there talking about, tell me which side are you on, oh Lord. I'd have added that on there. Oh Lord, which side are you on, my God? Which side on you on? Go tell me. Which side on you on, Jesus? Which side on you? Girl, by the time I add my little ad-libs in it and rewrote the song, girl, please. What we talking about? By the time I add my little ad-libs and rewrote it, girl, produced it. What's up? Girl, we'd have been outside. But happy Monday. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all come in here and get the likes up. If y'all missed last night's live, I had the legendary Chief Top Cats on the live, and he explained a lot about the Zulu history. And to sum it all up, but you'd have to go get over there and look at it yourself. But to sum it all up, the South African Zulu comes from America, Black American missionaries that went over there and even gave them Zulu. And they cosplays our whole Mardi Gras and minstrel shows and all type of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the fake South Africans with the fake outrage, if we really want to start digging deep into the history, I told y'all a lot of that stuff in Africa is new. And when I say new, I mean less than 100 years old. We got grandparents older than a lot of these so-called cultures and customs in Africa, South and North Africa, East and West Africa. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all interested in learning more about that, make sure y'all go pull up to the live that I did last night about that. It was really, really insightful, and I learned a lot. And I'm from New Orleans. You get it? So you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all pull up. Plus, Top Cats is eye candy. All the girls be coming over there talking about, ooh, he fine. Girl, he a good old collard green eating Texas boy. Go get him, child. But anyway, yeah, we got a show today, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. China Richie, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Good morning, Boo. I was busy this weekend, so I will be on the replay game. I appreciate the truth about us acorns. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Shout out to y'all in the building. Also, shout out to BCU. They pulled up last night, too. But we got a little show today. Girl, Gayle done went off into space. Y'all seen that? Y'all seen Gayle went off into space? Girl, they was in space as long as doggone my fingernail. Girl, they was in space for 11 minutes. And you should have seen her old lady out there crying, going, oh. You know who old lady is, Oprah. We gonna get into that. We also gonna get into Coachella and what I feel about the performances. They had some real lit performances last night, and they had some that were not so lit. We're gonna get into it. We also gonna talk about this Kairen Lacy situation. This young NFL prospect, but this young kid who was going to the NFL. He went to LSU. There's been a lot of stuff going on around LSU, right? You know what I'm saying? Has anybody noticed that there's been a lot of stuff going on around LSU? Neither here nor there. He was found unalive, and the people want us to believe that he crashed his car committing suicide. Because apparently they want us to believe that he was so distraught and so messed up behind accidental vehicular unaliving, and that's what happened. I don't believe that, but we're gonna get into it. But it's a lot of stuff surrounding this LSU thing. Also, Maia Campbell. Y'all remember Maia Campbell from what's that show with LL Cool J, In the House? Is that the name of it? She's off drugs. She was in Atlanta. She was doing real bad at one point, but she off drugs and she's doing really well. I want to tap into that. Brit Eady is still on this doggone press tour about how Kenya did her dirty. And, you know, I'm to the point now that it was all a setup. This was all a scheme that not only Todd set up, but this was also a scheme that Andy Cohen set up, and they used Brit to get Kenya up out of there. Okay, we're gonna get into that, and then Tokyo Toni claiming somebody done broke into her crib. Girl, bye. And if I have time, I want to get into the Irv Gotti talking about Jay-Z hating on DMX, which we already know. But y'all get in here and get the likes up on the video Please and thank you. Get the likes up on the video. Now, before we get into the actual show, it was one thing other than the which side are you on? Which side are you on? They needed me out there. Girl, they should have had me come out there. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me. Y'all want to hear? It's Monday. I'm about to give y'all a Bible verse. That's the problem. Y'all don't have the Lord in y'all life. That's the problem. Let's get y'all the Bible verse, NOLA version of the Bible. Because see, y'all don't keep the Lord in y'all prayers and in y'all life, and y'all need him. Okay, so let's get the NOLA Bible verse, and then we're gonna get TD up here to deport y'all's heathens back to where you needed to be deported to. Yes, to all the heathens. This is for this your segment. Shout out to my boy comedian Frank White from New Orleans. Let's hit the Bible, the NOLA version, Genesis chapter 37, verses 2 through 10. Check it out.
Genesis 37, you hear me? So boom. Picture why when Joel was 17 years old, that boy was already handling his daddy flocks and everything. He worked for his half brothers, you know, his daddy baby mama children. But sometimes Joseph would snitch on his brothers about some of the wild stuff them boys would be doing. See, Jacob loved Joseph more than any of the rest of his brothers, you heard me? Because he had him when he was an old player. So one day, his daddy gave him a gift, you heard me? His beautiful robe. But the brothers hated that boy guts, you heard me? Because their daddy loved him more than they loved them. They ain't never say nothing nice to Joseph or nothing, you heard me? So picture one night Joseph had a dream, you heard me? And when he told his brothers about it, man, them boys really hated that boy after that. So he told his brothers, man, listen to this dream. Man, picture why we was all in the field tying up grains, you heard me? And then all of a sudden, my grain stood up buku tall. And y'all grains had like gathered around me and started bowing to me. That's fire, huh? That's when his brothers were like, boy, you sound stupid. What you trying to say? You are a king or something? What you gonna reign over us or something? So that made them hate that boy even more. Because they didn't like his dreams and the way he talked about them. Not that long after that, Joseph had another dream. And he started telling his brothers all about it. Man, picture this, y'all. Why I had a whole nother dream, son. Picture why the sun, the moon, and 11 stars all bowed to me, you heard me? But this time, he told his daddy the dream too. But his daddy got mad at that boy too. Man, what kind of dreams you having, boy? So what you trying to say? Me, your mama, and your brother is supposed to bow to you or something, little brother? Even though his brothers was just hating on him, his daddy was slick side trying to figure out what that dream was really about. It was crazy, son. You should have been there.
Will somebody please deport me? Yeah, I need deported. Please deport me back home to my father who out in heaven. Yeah, I wanna be deported. Handcuff me and send me away to the Father. 'Cause there's so much going on this earth. It gets to me sometimes, yeah. And in these times, I gotta remind myself of my beautiful qualities to help me keep on pressing, such as I am beautiful on the inside and out. I am unique. I am real and authentic. Yeah. I'm not like everybody else, 'cause I'm me, and that's alright. I am lovable, I am loving, and I am loved. Yeah, I am healthy, and I am wealthy. So until my father called me home, I guess I can't be deported, but I'm gonna be imported right here, right now, and enjoy my day, and I hope you do too. Peace.
Get the Lord back in your life. That's what's wrong with you heathens. Yeah. Shout out to my brother comedian Frank White, and shout out to our TD coming in with a word. A lot of y'all need to be deported. Anyways, speaking of deportation, outside of dealing with tethers all weekend, I had went back and watched, and I'm watching that season of what do you call it? American Horror Story season 3 with the one with Marie Laveau. I am learning a lot. And so much I'm seeing that they talk about, if y'all start paying attention to old movies and old stuff with y'all done seen, even the old that old Roots, but not the first one, the one that they had on what was it, Netflix or Prime or whatever. They talk about how they used to eat black people. Y'all do know they used to eat the slaves, right? And use the blood, like even in American Horror Story, the lady was putting the blood on her face so that she could look younger because her husband was cheating with younger women and all of that stuff. But yeah, they used to eat the slaves or black people, thinking that they'll harness their power. And you know what it made me think about too? All these abortions that they had black women doing. I wonder what they was doing with that. Yes, ma'am, Miss Bertha. Yes, they used to eat the slaves. Yes. Even on in that show Roots, the newer one, when they were on the ship and they were trying to take over the ship, put one in the chat if y'all remember that, the new Roots, not the old one with the one who lied about it, the new one. They were on the ship and the slaves were about to try to take the ship, and they tried to take the ship, but they ended up not being able to take it. And when they were going through the bodies of who they're going to pitch over the side of the boat, they were saying, oh, he already rotten, we can't eat that one. And then they would throw him over. It's in the movie. But listen, if you're not knowing to look for it, because it's very subtle, you wouldn't see it. Go back and watch old, if you can. If you pay attention to old slave movies or even old movies about that time and that era, they always talk about eating the black people. Yeah, The Delectable Negro is a book about it. Yes, it is. Absolutely. But yeah. Oh, Peachy said Kim Kardashian did something with a blood facial and it wasn't no clear blood. Yeah. American Horror Story. I'm watching it on Prime Video. Yes, yeah, that's the name of it. Prime Video. It's free on Prime Video and it's on, I think, Hulu and some other stuff. All you got to do is Google it. But yes, they used to eat black people. So I just hope y'all know that, And if you don't know it, start paying attention to that old stuff. It's on there. All right. Let's get into the show. First of all, I want to get into Maia Campbell. Y'all remember her from let me pull her up. You might remember her if you see her. Maia Campbell used to play on that show with LL Cool J. Who else was on that show with them? I can't remember. But this is Maia Campbell. She's one of the 90s heartthrob, beautiful black girls. Everybody was in love with Maia Campbell. Everybody, literally everybody wanted to be with this girl. This girl was gorgeous and she still looks the same way she looked back then. So shout out to her. But she had a stint with drugs and I want to say it was like crack. Don't quote me though, but it was something very hard to where she was like outside in the streets real bad. Like she would walk up to you at a store, you know what I mean? And ask to do lewd and lascivious things. Here's her from back in the day. Hold on. Let me show you her. This is her from back in the day. This is what she looked like in the 90s and the early 2000s. This was Maia Campbell. She is amazing. Gorgeous girl. Beautiful girl. You talk about chocolate, okay? Beautiful girl. This was back when you didn't have to do too much. You didn't need a BBL. If you didn't have no boot, it was all right. You still found you a man who loved you, girl. Yes, because quiet as it kept, rest in peace to Aaliyah, but Aaliyah was shaped like a pencil. But it didn't matter. She was gorgeous. She was beautiful. Nobody was looking for, we need to get back to those days, girl. But anyway, yeah, this was her back in the day. But she went through, like I said, a really rough time. I'm talking about for years. Maia had been on drugs for no cap. I want to say she had been on drugs for at least the last maybe 10 to 20 years. And I'm not even being funny. She had been on drugs for 10 to 20 years. And the fact that she was able to overcome that and get clean and look beautiful and gorgeous the way she was meant to look, I love that for her. I hope that she has nothing more but success. I think she was celebrating her daughter, just graduated from either high school or college. I can't remember, but my girl is back and I love that for her. I'm so happy for her. So I just wanted to take time to acknowledge Maia Campbell, because so often we always, as people talk about the gossip and the, what I'm saying, the Joce and all of it all. But when we have these success stories, I think these need to be celebrated and uplifted. So everybody have they demons. I believe that addiction is a sickness. I believe that it starts with a choice. I do believe that it starts with a choice, but I also believe that addiction is a sin. Is it addiction? Addiction is a sickness, and when people get on the sickness or when they get sick, they need help. What I'm saying, I just feel bad for people who've gone through that and people who have to suffer with people who've gone through that. And I just want to highlight this beautiful, beautiful girl, Maia Campbell, and I'm so happy for her and her continued success. Keep her in y'all prayers. Make sure that she, so that she can stay sober and present for her family. I was watching this documentary on this serial killer up in Cleveland. What was the man name? A black dude. And that's another thing. Get me up here. Where the serial killers went? Not that I'm looking for them, but put a pin in that. But there was this black dude up in Cleveland who was unaliving prostitutes, 90 going west. And he was doing it to black prostitutes, but because they were prostitutes and strung out on drugs, nobody cared. And he had done unalive like 15, 20 people. Who from Cleveland? Y'all, Anthony Soul, that's his name. That's his name. I literally just watched that yesterday. Anthony Soul. He was over there unaliving these women in this house, girl. That was crazy. Yeah, he was blaming it on the meat place. Because, they had a meat place that was next door to his home. And the people in the neighborhood thought that it was the meat place. But the Arab who went over there said that them people kept their stuff clean. So he didn't understand where the smell was coming from. But yeah, it smelled so bad. One of the ladies said that he had done R-worded her and beat her all night, and she woke up the next morning and asked because she go to the bathroom, and she said she walked past the room and seen an arm with the hand cut off, and she said she had to sit in that bathroom and act like she didn't see what she saw. All my heart went out for her, and like she said, just because I was addicted to drugs and because I was a prostitute, nobody believed me, and she didn't even press charges. But I understand why, and again, drugs is and was a sickness. That's what it is. It starts with a choice. Don't get me wrong. It starts with a choice, but then it becomes a sickness that it's hard for a lot of people to kick. But yeah, Anthony Sewell, he had done unalive buku people. And when you look at a Maia Campbell story and you think of her persevering and other people like her, you would be like, wow, just because they were going through whatever they were going through didn't mean that they deserve to be, unalive like that. But speaking of, this is a real question. Where did all the serial killers go? Not that I want them to come back. That's not what I'm saying. But if y'all put a 1 in the chat, if you was born in the 90s, early 90s though, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, then put a 1 in the chat because we're about to have a conversation. This for us. This ain't for the young folks. Young folks, y'all don't know about this. Y'all just sit here and listen to the grown folks because we about to have a conversation. Now, in these times, the one thing your mama worried about when you went outside was getting kidnapped. That was the only thing, if she even thought about it. You know what I'm saying? And it was because serial killers and kidnappers were on like at large. Where all the serial killers went? We ain't got no more serial killers. Ain't nobody just kidnapping people and just putting them in houses and burying them and all of that. We not doing that no more. Not that I want it to happen. Yeah, the white van. Remember the white van with no windows on it. Does anybody notice that there are no more, or you can hardly find stories of serial killers? Because at one point it was all over. Every time you turned around, there was a new serial killer. Let me tell you what I believe on my conspiracy theory brain. This is what I believe. Callie said she believed they stopped reporting because they wouldn't get the ratings. Girl, people love that type of stuff. As far as like true crime, girl, people love that. We would love it. I think, this is what I think. Because even the guy, Anthony Soul, he had been in prison before. What you find with those serial killers back in the day was they all have been institutionalized to some degree, rather it's military, prison. You know what I mean? I think that it could have been a lot of what do you call it? What do you call it? I think it could have been a bunch of mind control, MK Ultra stuff that was happening, because even when they was asking him about him doing it, he was like, MK Ultra, thank you, Dolls Hour. He was like, I don't remember. It was like a dream. And when the lady described the way that he looked when she said he had hit her, and she said she looked in his eyes and she didn't even see the white. She just saw all black. She said, I had never seen a human being look like that before. She was like, it was almost like he wasn't a person. Same thing with Jeffrey Dahmer and his victims. When they talk about the way that these people look, I'm thinking in my mind, what happens in your brain that turns your whole persona or turns your whole exterior into something else? I believe it was a lot of MK Ultra stuff going on. I believe that, because while all these people institutionalized to some degree, you know what I mean? And then they all have these weird looks and these weird situation and all that stuff. I think that was a lot of MK Ultra. I do, because allegedly they were using that stuff for that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just was thinking about it, watching that. I said I haven't seen, which is a good thing, but I hadn't seen or heard about serial unalivers in so long. Like, it was kind of weird. You know what I mean? But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. But shout out to Maia Campbell. She's one of those women like others who was able to make it out. And the Arab guy said that Anthony's soul was actually a good thing because he was cleaning up the mess. And he called those women who were unalive trash. He said Anthony Soul, having him in the neighborhood was a good thing because he cleaned up the trash. And these were black women who were unalive because they thinking they're going to smoke some crack or do whatever the case, drink or whatever they thought they was going to do, prostitute, and they lost their lives. And this Arab dude in a black community talked about how those women were trash and Anthony Soul was a good thing. But I just want to say this. Let that be a lesson to y'all, because they still in our communities. The Arabs, the Asians, the Clears, they all still in our communities. They hate you. They feed you stuff that they don't eat themselves. They give you drinks and stuff that they don't take themselves. They hate you. I get it. Some areas, that's all you got is those little small stores. And as far as reach, and that's done by design as well. But these people are not here to help you. Even the ones that smile and act like y'all cool, they are not here to help you. These people are here to capitalize off you and suck the blood from you like vampires. And they don't give a damn what happens to you one way or another. And that's all of them. Because the people who care about other people wouldn't be in these neighborhoods doing what they're doing. So let that be a lesson to Black Americans. Like I said, it's strategically done because my boyfriend, his uncle, where he lives, there's not a clean, like a grocery store for miles. So if you don't have a car, you are stuck to eating the trash at the corner store or the trash, and it's all off-brand, horrible. You know what I mean? So it's an environmental thing that's done and set up by the government. So I get it. Some people can't get out, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But boy, to the ones who can, please. Bad enough the ones in the food in the regular grocery store ain't worth a dime. But if you may find better quality than what you are at these corner stores, and all that stuff. But these people don't care about you. They strategically place them in your neighborhoods to take everything from you, your health, your wealth, and everything else. So please be mindful of that. And shout out to Maia Campbell. I hope nothing but the best for her. All right, because I sympathize with that. Again, I never had to suffer with that personally. Like, I didn't grow up with a parent like that. And whoever has, I'm not saying that you have a right or you shouldn't have a right to feel how you feel. I'm just an empathetic person. And when I see stuff like that, like, it really broke my heart to see those women being unalived and nobody cared. And that woman breaking down on the doggone stand because she was like, I tried and y'all didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was. Hey, Kira, when he said that about the victims and he was like, they were trash, I be having to contain myself. I really be having to contain myself. Yeah. Kelly Nola says they get low interest loans and years of tax breaks. Yep. The government essentially gives them those businesses before all of those businesses were owned by Black people in our community. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what it was. They ran out the Black people who were giving us good stuff in our communities and put them and replace us with them. And it was to poison us. That's what it's for, to poison us. all that junk and all that stuff to poison us. Beautiful Ink, thank you for the super chat. Says also the FBI downscaled their behavior science until they were specialized to study serial killers. I think they knew they were moving away from MK Ultra and no longer gonna need it. Right. But listen, I think that they just took MK Ultra and put it on something else. Like a young black Kairen Lacy who just all of a sudden want to unalive himself because he had a tragic accident. You get it? I think they just moved the mission to somewhere else. I don't think they're ever getting rid of MK Ultra. I think it's more advanced. I think it's causing a lot of schizophrenia in people. My nephew suffers with schizophrenia. He has really, really bad episodes, and he's only 21. He'll be 22 next week. No, he just made 22 a couple days ago, and he's in the hospital right now. Right now. So, yeah, I think that they just shifted the program to something else. That's what I believe. But y'all get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. We need to get into the show. Let's go with who we going? Let's get Tokyo Toni out the way. Let's get Tokyo Toni out the way. Oh my God. Adios míos. Tokyo Toni. No, where do I find Chronicles of Black? Where do I find that at? Christine Hitch, send me tell me where to find it at, and I'll go look for it. I sure would. I am doing baddies. Baddies will be out this evening. Yes, ma'am. I am doing baddies. Hey, Jamel. Jamel always be giving me compliments. Yeah, Jamel, what is you trying to do? Jamel, stay coming in here giving me comments. I be seeing you handsome. Thank you, boo. Tokyo Toni. Girl, Tokyo Toni came on here and she almost had me. Now, she said she let a fan move in with her. Red flag. Why is you letting a fan move in with you, first and foremost? Then she said the fan robbed her. And I said, okay, almost, I'm with you still. But then when Tokyo Toni said the fan took $89,000, I said, Tokyo trying to hit a lick. Tokyo, you want me to believe you got $89,000 in cash sitting around your crib? Girl, bye. I'm not saying it's impossible because she was over there working. But Tokyo, first of all, the story was shady from the beginning. You letting a fan move in your crib, and then you turn back around and say she done trashed your place. All they had was a lamp knocked over. You could tell Tokyo went through that bitch and knocked over the lamp. Hey, turn the lights off. Scribble scratch on the wall right quick. I'm about to go live. Girl, Tokyo said the lady stole $89,000. I said, there you go. There you go. Tokyo got that renter's insurance. Tokyo about to file a claim. There you go. There you go. See what I'm saying? Girl, please. Tokyo, don't go to jail, fat. Just get you a job, a 9 to 5, my love. Let's get into Tokyo cussing the lady out, talking about this the last time she gonna help somebody. Tokyo, I don't believe you helped that lady and had nobody move in with you. Where the lady? Show us the lady. Hold her face up. Let us see him. Look at Toke, girl.
Look what she did. She tore my house up. She busted the back window out. Yeah. She used a vacuum.
And look at a vacuum strategically, perfectly placed right outside. Think about it. If you breaking in somebody's house, you're not going to set the vacuum up perfectly on the side where you broke the door. Bitch, you trying to get through that bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Nope. Whoever this person was took the vacuum, slammed through the window, and said, hold on, make sure the vacuum set up right here. Put it right there. Tokyo, you going to jail, you snaggletooth bitch. You going to jail, you gap mouth hoe. Yes, she is.
To bust the back window out. Knocked the whole motherfucker out. Stole all my shit downstairs. Stole my jewelry box. Stole my safe. Knocked this over. Took all my shades. All my glasses. See, she got me. All my shit. Stole all my shit. No, the crazy bitch broke in my house as soon as we left. When you're trying to help people, you don't know that's a mental. So far, we had about we're about at 98,000 that she took out of here. I'll fall back for a couple days, you know. She got some nerves.
Robbed by a fan, 98,000. It was 98, not 89. That was my arrhythmia. Sorry. $98,000 stolen and building damages. Everything is bad. Tokyo business on hold to deal with this crisis. Robbed of furniture and shattered glass or something like that.
That's all. Chill out on social media, you know, just relax for a fucking couple days. That's all. Came up in my shit. Breaking it into destroyed property and stole everything. No, you know, she got to deal with whatever. Huh? She broke the fucking cable box. No, no, but wherever she go, there's gonna be a problem. Yeah. I call her police on this shit. It's street shit. It's street shit. Look what she did. She tore my house up.
Tokyo, you mean to tell me you had $100,000 sitting in your house in cash? Let's just put it in perspective. Tokyo got $100,000 in a safe inside of her home. Cash. And a fan. She just has such a wonderful heart. She moves a fan. Now, first of all, let's start with the word fan. This ain't even a friend. This ain't somebody you know. This somebody who just like you on the internet. You move them into your crib, meaning they don't have a place to stay, a pot to piss in, or a window to throw it out of. You move them into your crib where you are housing $100,000 in cash. I need somebody to help me out. This is what Tokyo Toni wants us to believe, that you moved in a person who you know nothing about, who has you got $100,000 in cash in your safe, and one day you wasn't home and they either broke in or out and strategically placed the vacuum on the side of the door where they bust the window open at and took your $98,000 in cash. Toni, please.
It's survival. I get somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Tokyo, I don't believe none of that. Now, I ain't gonna lie. They say Zeus do pay a coin. So I think that she may have had some money in her crib. Don't get me wrong, because they say Zeus pay. They say Zeus pay. They say the Zeus people really be paying. But Toni, girl, if you moved a stranger into your crib and they broke and stole all your stuff, ain't nobody to blame but you, Tokyo, at this point. If you moved a complete stranger into your crib and they done stole everything and trashed your house, go to the bathroom. Do me a favor. Go to the bathroom. Turn on the light. Close the door. Close the door. Walk up to the mirror. Take off your headscarf, your earrings, and smile and look at yourself, okay? And when you look at yourself, talk to the person in the mirror, because that's the person you need to be dealing with, okay? You are your own issue, and you're the only reason why you are here, Tokyo Toni. If you had $100,000 in your home, I don't care if it was in a safe, I don't care if it was in Jesus' hands, and you invited someone who's a fan to come and live with you, you got exactly what you set up for. Now, I don't say that it's right or wrong. It was wrong. I'm not saying that it's right, but you got exactly what you set up for. Okay? But you better be telling the truth, Tokyo. You better be telling the truth, because if them people find out and you done made a report, I hope you didn't make no report. I sure hope you didn't make no report, because if you told them folks, either at the insurance company or at the police station, that this story is real and it's not, your ass going to jail, okay? Let's really be clear about that. Your ass going to jail, okay? Let's really be clear about that. Now, let's move on. Somebody said Karmelo Anthony's bond got reduced. Is that true? I'm looking on Twitter right now. Did his bond get reduced? I think that let me see what his gifts and go is as of now. All right, as of now, his gifts and go. Let me show y'all. He got kicked off of GoFundMe because the clears were mad and kicked him off. But right now, his gifts and go is at $414,569. I think that as a community, we need to come together. We come together for everything, celebrities and all that BS. This is an innocent young man, in my opinion, who was defending himself. And under the jurisdiction of Texas, I understand how racist they are. And I'm not going to say can be, that they are. And I'm praying for this young man. So if you can, got $1, whatever, give to the fund for this young man. Gifts and go. They tried to get this taken down. We spoke about that Friday. They tried to get this taken down. But apparently the people are still the people are still the clear people are trying to still get it taken from them. And I guess the people standing on business who own it, because these are the same people who did a GoFundMe or Gifts and Go did it for Daniel Penny and all of these other people. Let me see if I can find an article. Karmelo Anthony. Let me see if I can find an article about his bond being reduced. I hope so. Okay, I see the lawyer arrived at the bond hearing. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yep. Okay. All right. We may have a win in this, y'all. A short win, but still a win. It says Karmelo Anthony's bond reduced, granted house arrest in fatal Frisco stabbing case. You want to be completely honest, he shouldn't have been arrested from the beginning. And if they were going to file charges, he should have been fighting those charges from his house. But he has a bond reduction. It says the 17-year-old suspect charged in the fatal stabbing of a teen at a Frisco track meet earlier this month has had his bond reduced and will now be on house arrest following judge's ruling on Monday. Is this it right here? Let's listen to it.
Lawyers are actually going to ask for a reduction on his bond. Tell us more about this.
Hi, good morning, Carmen. Well, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony has hired a new defense attorney, Michael Howard, ahead of this morning's bond hearing. Now, this all comes while the other teenager, Austin Metcalf, was laid to rest over the weekend. Nearly 2 weeks ago, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, a junior at Memorial High School in Frisco, was killed at a UIL district track meet. Police said that 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, a student from Centennial High School in Frisco, stabbed Metcalf in the chest during a fight. Anthony is now charged with first-degree murder and is in the Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond. Now, according to an arrest report, Anthony admitted to stabbing and it claimed that he was defending himself. A statement released on Friday on behalf of Metcalf's mom said that the Metcalf family's primary concern is to lay Austin to rest and commemorate his life with his extended family, friends, and community. Our sole focus is healing our hearts and ensuring that we honor Austin's legacy and spirit moving forward. Now, back out here live this morning, the hearing is scheduled for 9 o'clock. We are told that there's possibility for protesters to be out here. So in that case, we are told that there will be a standby extra security out here outside of the courthouse. Live in McKinney this morning, Lauren Crawford, CBS News, Texas.
Okay, Lauren, thank you for staying on top of the very latest on that story for us. We appreciate it.
Did you hear that? They're expecting protesters.
When the world's best journalists come together. Write a prescription for the healing.
They're expecting protesters outside of the courthouse because the clears feel like it doesn't matter. A black boy don't get no self-defense. They want to hang him at the stake at high noon. Mind you, I was watching another movie over the weekend, 25th or 24th. Did y'all know about this black regiment in the Army who ended up going on a killing spree in Houston, Texas during World War I because the clears were out there harassing and threatening to kill them, and they went through the town and bust a whole bunch of heads. And guess what they did? Hang the men. This presence is still here in 2025. Okay? Let's really be clear about that. Don't you ever think because the times have progressed, things are not happening. It's just more covert. Okay? If they could, they would have hung Karmelo right then and there when it happened. Trust and believe me. I'm from the South. Anybody living in the South, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Them clears are still doing what they've been doing. Don't let the comfort of these major cities fool you, Atlanta, New Orleans. Don't let the comfort of these major cities fool you. It's still there and very present. Okay? It's something about this southern region of clears that'll sit up here and play like they're your friend because they want to dance with you, eat with you, copy your vernacular and all that stuff. Them people, my mama always said this, and I take this to my grave. She said, you think you friends with these clear people? She called them white. With these white folks, she said, wait, she said, if a day comes for slavery, watch the ones you think you closest with be the ones pick your ass for slavery. So shout out to the young brother for getting his bond reduction. Let's get into it. It says the 17-year-old suspect charged in the fatal stabbing of a teen at a Frisco track meet earlier this month has had his bond reduced and will now be on house arrest following the judge's rule on Monday. It says a Collin County judge has agreed to lower Karmelo Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250,000. Anthony will also be required to wear an ankle monitor and stay inside his parents' home if they can post bond. That's the safest place for him. And unfortunately, I don't feel like the home is the safest place for him. Y'all remember them pitchfork days with the clears going around your crib and all that stuff, throwing fire bombs and all of that stuff? It wouldn't surprise me. I don't even feel like home is safe for him. Okay? But back to what they were saying. Anthony has been in custody since April 12th or April 2nd. I'm sorry. His April 2nd arrest for fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a Frisco ISD track meet. According to witnesses' statements, Anthony and Metcalf were involved in a verbal dispute. I think it was physical. And at a point, Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest. Words are very, very powerful. See, this article going to say that he was involved in a verbal dispute and then Anthony pulled out a knife. I seriously doubt that. Them white boys came up to him and his twin brother, thinking they was going to punk him, and they probably put hands on him, and he put the iron on them. Anthony complied with officers at the scene and was taken into custody while in police vehicle. Anthony repeatedly asked the officer if Metcalf was going to be okay and if what he did would be considered self-defense. If he's asking if Austin would be okay, then that tells you there was no true intention to unalive that boy. Since his arrest, Anthony's family's hired defense attorneys Bill Clark and Kim Cole, who promptly requested that Anthony's bond be reduced. Okay, so there's that. So he should be at home on house arrest. I have a video of the lawyer going into the bond hearing. Hold on. Is this the one we just saw? Give me 1 second, because this is good news. I know this wasn't on the docket, but this is good news, and this is something we need to talk about. Let me see. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please. Breaking news. Our boy is possibly at home right now, and I love that for them. And hope nothing but the best. Hold on 1 second. Is this a video?
Stabbing death case. So the suspect here, Karmelo Anthony, has a new criminal defense attorney tonight. His name is Mike Howard, and he tells us the Anthony family hired him to take over representation. I'm quoting here. He says, this is an incredibly sad situation for both families. Karmelo and his family ask that this case be allowed to go through our court system and receive a full and fair hearing so that justice may be done for everyone. Howard also adds the attorneys that CBS News Texas just spoke with yesterday have no experience with murder cases. It's unclear if they're going to stay on this Anthony case in any capacity alongside Howard.
Wait, she said what?
Yesterday have no experience with murder cases. That CBS News Texas just spoke with yesterday have no experience with murder cases. Everyone. Howard also adds the attorneys that CBS News Texas just spoke with yesterday have no experience with murder cases. It's unclear if they're going to stay on this Anthony case in any capacity alongside Howard.
So I guess what she's saying is the prior attorneys had zero experience with murder case. Get them off of there. Get them off of there. And hold on. This is why where it goes gifts and go. This is why this gifts and go is important. I know people don't see it like this, but it is what it is. This is why this gifts and go is important. And this is why the Clears know that it's important. And this is why they was on here fighting that we don't help to raise this money for this young man. He deserves justice. His life is already never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. The money is going to be used for this, or it looks that it's going to be used for this man to get legal defense. That public defender crap ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Okay. But this is what he needs. And my prayers are really with him and his family. Because let me tell you something. After this, them people going to have to move up out of Texas. I believe that he is going to be able to defeat this case. I believe that he's going to be victorious. But I also believe he will not be able to stay in Texas. I think they're going to have to get up out of there after that. Okay? So we'll see how this all works out. Everybody, please keep the family in y'all prayers. And this is a big win for Karmelo Anthony. He's on house arrest. At least he can fight the case from home with a better environment in mind, because who knows what they were doing to him in the jailhouse. This is still Texas. Who knows what they were doing to him inside of jail? I thought about that the other day too. Poor baby. He only 17 years old. Who knows what they were doing to him inside of that jailhouse? So my prayers go up to the boy and his family. You know what I'm saying? That's the only prayers I got to give. I ain't got no more to give but that. So shout out to that. Y'all keep y'all ears to the street. Shout out to the person, I forget who that was, who told me about it. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, this needs to be done, and it needs to be had, because let me tell you something. While everybody's sitting on here trying to figure out, well, he shouldn't have had no knife. First of all, y'all act like he had a doggone a knife, a kitchen knife. He had a pocket knife, where in Texas, everybody have some sort of weapon. And even if it wasn't used for a weapon, how you know it wasn't the type of knife he used to cut stuff? It's Texas. And it don't matter what he had prior to being approached. Let's start where it begins, at the approach. They should not have approached that young boy and told him nothing. They're not no park rangers. They don't own the bench. They don't own the tent. They don't own nothing. You don't get to approach anybody in an aggressive manner and then threatened to remove them. And I believe they actually tried to remove him, and that's how it went down. But we'll see, because guess what? The details going to come out, and bless the family and the gifts and go, and the people who's donated to the gifts and go. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be one of the people who partake in that. But he shouldn't. I understand what you're saying, but he shouldn't have had a knife. Let me tell y'all something. While y'all sitting up here acting like that, this is just so horrible, and I ain't gonna lie, he shouldn't have had a knife. I pray that none of you or your family is put in a position to where you feel like you have to defend yourself, and you feel like your life is in danger, and you do something like this, and they put your ugly ass under the jail. I hope and pray that type of stuff don't find you, because see, it don't hurt, it don't really hit until it hit home. That could be any one of us. Because guess what? If I'm getting approached by people or somebody and I'm scared, I'm not thinking about the outcome. I'm thinking about fight or flight. I need to get out of this alive. Okay? And I don't want to have to be sitting here talking with a whole bunch of my people. I get it. The other people going to do that. But I would hate to be sitting here and my people is over here debating on if I'm right or wrong when I'm literally in fear of my freaking life. And don't tell me because they just had a fist fight that he wasn't in fear. You don't know what he was feeling at the moment. Y'all be the same ones tell your children, if one fight, all fight. The same ones tell your children, defend yourself. I don't care, and I'll deal with them crackers later. Y'all be the same ones do that, but it's just the fickle-mindedness and the control of the internet. Me and Miss Parker was talking this morning on the phone. The internet is more powerful than God. Don't let that go over your head. And it's not a good thing, and I'm not saying that it's a great thing. I'm saying it's a horrible thing. But this here internet is more powerful than God. And that's a fact. That's a Fendi fact. Y'all let this internet tell y'all how to eat, sleep, shit, and piss, and it's weird. It's freaking weird. I will never get that. I will never, ever get that. I will never get that. It's like people don't have their own mind. Whatever the shade room in the neighborhood talk, tell them they go with the move. They go with the move. Girl, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go get, we need something lighter to talk about. Let's go get Gayle King, girl. Let's go get Gayle King. Yes, rest in peace, Sandra Bland. Rest in peace, all these other people who lost their lives in these type of tragic events. Rest in peace, rest in peace. Because see, when the internet told y'all to rally around the Sandra Bland thing, everybody rallied in unison. When they told you to rally around the Trayvon Martin thing, everybody rallied in unison. When the internet told you to rally around the George Floyd thing, all you niggas was out there with cocktail bombs and holding hands singing "We Shall Overcome" in the middle of a panorama. Y'all is weird. But the internet telling y'all, I don't think this right, and this you niggas. Oh, for real? Oh, yeah, see? But voodoo, it's still wrong that he had a knife. He didn't approach them. They approached him. I hope you and yours ain't ever put in a position like that. Let's go get Gayle King. So, remember we were talking about Gayle King going into space? Tell me why they went in space for 11 minutes. Did y'all know that? That Gayle King went out to space for 11 minutes? Bitch, did you even pinch space? Did you even pinch the bitch? I don't believe they went to space. I don't believe they went to space. I don't believe it. I don't believe they went to space. I believe they went up in whatever the hell that was. Saw it was like a goddamn hot air balloon. They looked down, seen the folks, and came on back down. Then the bitch won't get up here talking about Katy Perry was on there singing "We Are the World" or something crazy. Nigga don't want to hear no Katy Perry bald head ass singing no song. Bitch, we might die. Is you crazy? Talking about everybody was just so amazed and they kept saying, Katy, sing a song, Katy. We just have to hear your melodic, angelic voice, Katy. Say it, sing a song. And Katy was like, oh my God, this is not about me. This moment is about us all. I can't sing Fireball and I can't sing all these songs. I need to sing something that's cohesive for us all. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better day. So let's start giving. Girl, I'd have karate chopped that whole girl. We was going up in space and this bitch Katy went to hit a note. Bitch, I'd have took this side of my hand and went against the G-force and karate chopped that whole neck. Bitch, by the time that force, I'd have fought against the G-force, bitch, to hit this like this and karate chop that whole neck on. That whole would have been mid. We all the yeah, bitch, shut your ugly ass up, bitch. Is you fucking crazy? Bitch, we might not make it. I don't want to go out here in your ugly ass. Bitch, is you girl, what up? So yeah, they was in space for about 5 minutes and came on back down. Here are all the people. Now, I don't know which one of these is the TS. I'm looking like it might be this one, but you know, the clears, they age really bad, so who knows? Gayle looking like a doggone salesman. You look so bad, Gayle. All y'all look so bad. Hold on, let's go down to the situation. There's them too. Look at them. There's them right here too. Look at them. Look at Gayle. Girl, this was all a hoax. Them people ain't go up to no damn space. Them people ain't go up to no damn space. And as a matter of fact, these photos look like Love and Hip Hop intros. Bitch, I don't like it. It was all cap. All a lie, all cap. Bitch, this look like a Love and Hip Hop Miami intro. I watch enough reality TV to know some bullshit. And this is what this all looks like, a bunch of bull. Hold on. Look at him going up. Look.
We're so grateful. Thank you so much. We love you.
This is when they came back down. Now, mind you, they had just got up there. I'm like, bitch, did you even pinch the bitch? Did y'all even look at space? Did you see it?
Thank you so much.
We love you.
We love you.
Bring us back safe.
We're so grateful.
We're counting on you. We're counting on you. We believe in you too.
Thank you for helping us heal. Thank you so much.
We love you.
We love you.
Bring us back safe.
We're so grateful.
Man, that shit should have blew. Let me stop. Wait. Look at him ringing the bell. Watch Gayle, bitch. Gayle can say what the hell she want. Gayle can get on here playing, saying what she want, but Gayle, bitch, the truth was all over your face and your wig, bitch. I wish that wig. I wish when Gayle passed by the bell to ring it, that whole wig would have fell off. Look at Gayle, bitch.
And here they come, loading into the capsule. And the significance here of the bell, and I should note before I have you that each crew names them.
Wait, girl, get Gayle back up here. Watch Gayle face.
The bell, and I should note before I.
Girl, Gayle say, I don't know why I let these people play with me. Gayle, that's good for you, bitch. Oh, yeah, that's good for you. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I wish y'all would have been up there for 11 days and got stuck like them people that just came back. Girl, you look so bad. And then you want to get on here and curse us out and tell us not to tell you not to go in space. Well, bitch, you look like you waiting for somebody to throw you a lifeline. Girl, look at Gayle. Ugly.
Before I have you in that each crew names
this might be the TS.
They have.
Is the black lady, the other black lady, the TS? She pretty. Is that a TS? Who the other TS?
They have named themselves the 6 taking up space as each one is ringing a bell, and the significance of that is what, Ariane?
This is one of our traditions. All astronauts throughout history in various programs have had their traditions. For us, we always want our astronauts to ring the.
Okay, hold on. Is this one? Was he going out to space? Him right here? Now I don't like no whole milk, but in desperate times call for desperate measures. Cause see me, the way my mind set up, I'd have been feeling like, okay, if we get stuck, who I could get. Who I could go rumble in the jungle with. You feel what I'm saying? And the one back here, wait, get him on here. Him right here, I'd have picked him out from the beginning. Me and him, I'd have picked him out and been like, hey, how are you? Yeah, it's great. I've never been. Can you help me when we get up there? Are you gonna help me? Yeah, because I've literally never done anything like this. My friends, my family are like, oh my God, are you crazy? And I'm like, you know what? I do feel a little crazy, but I feel safe knowing that I have someone like you here. So do you think you can kind of like show me the ropes when we get up there? Yeah, bitch, I'd have been plotting. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been plotting. I would have. Yeah, because guess what? When the shit go left, I'm gonna pop me off one at least before I get up out of here. Say what I said. Now y'all can get on here and act like y'all special and all of that. But I would have popped him off. I would have picked him. I mean, either that one or the TS. And the TS probably would have gave me nightmares. So we just gonna go with this one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's them on their way up there. Or whatever the case may be. They rung the bell, thanked the spaceship. Like I say, let's get Oprah on here, girl. Oprah was in the audience. Get her on here. Girl, Oprah looked like, damn it, the damn thing didn't blow up like I told him to. Look at Oprah, girl. Wait, hold on. Oprah, get your ugly ass. Oprah, look at Oprah, girl, as the thing go up. Look at Oprah.
Critical milestone of this whole ascent. Oprah watching her best.
Bitch, please, you sent her up there. What you mean? Now she over there. Oh my God. Oh. How long before it blows up? 6 seconds. Okay. Oh my God. I'm so scared. 5, 4, 3. Oh my God. Is the insurance good? Okay, yeah. Oh my God. See, after them 6 seconds went by, that whole Oprah probably said, bitch, everybody fired. Bitch, the wig was supposed to be on the ground by now. Look at Oprah, though. Shout out to Oprah.
Best friend go to space. Critical milestone of this whole ascent.
The world is a stage. The world is a stage. The world is a stage. You are now witnessing a production. Welcome to the show. Refreshments will be served in the bike, restaurants and restrooms to your left. And curtain will be closing here in 30 minutes. Bitch, the world is a stage. It look like Gayle Paul. That might be Gayle daddy. He probably an old veteran from Vietnam or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Just so happy his daughter going up to the sky because she ain't go to no space. She just went up to the sky. You know, that's a lot for him. Look at him.
When you're in there, you're like, oh gosh. Now I died this room a few days ago, and it is, I mean, is it a bomb-proof room? Do you want to say that? I mean, it is.
It is.
Yeah, and you feel it when you're in there. You're like, oh god.
Look at Gayle thinking like me. Gayle, hurry up and got that clear man hand as she should. That would have been me around the press circle, please. Gayle ain't as crazy as y'all think. Gayle went got the clear man, told him come get her hand. That would have been me. Look.
I mean, is it a bomb-proof room?
Yeah.
Do you want to say that? I mean, it is.
It is.
Yeah, and you feel it when you're in there. You're like, oh gosh, now
This
it
is
feels real.
Yeah.
And after going up that elevator, you know, for us, I think that's the moment where we weren't even going into space, and all three of us were like, whoa,
okay.
it gets real serious.
Yeah.
But I love the access that we obviously have in being able to see these women before they go up. For those of you just joining us, we are T-minus 34 minutes to launch for NS-31, Blue Origin's 11th human flight. As you can see there, a little live look in as them saying some words before they take off. So I know that we had started to expand upon it and then took a shot of the astronauts. So what will they feel? Sort of walk us through this.
Gayle, hurry up and got that man hand as she should. Girl, this was all a hoax. This was literally all a hoax. And we're going to look at the takeoff and then we're going to move on because they not stuck. They only went up there for 11 minutes. And I think that counts the takeoff and the counting down and everything. Gayle face. Hold on. Let me show y'all the takeoff. Let me show y'all the takeoff of Gayle in the air. Where is that? No, it's over here. Hold on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This the takeoff, y'all.
Command engine shut. 2, 1, ignition. Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
That shit look fake. And it cuts off right there. That look fake. You know what it look? You know what it reminds me of? Y'all ever seen? Well, one of my favorite movies is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And in the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, at the end, when the little boy wins when he wins the chocolate thing, the whole thing, at the end they take off into this little like elevator that can go up, down, round and round, left and right, and you can tell it's holding on by a string. Let me see if I can find it. I want to, because that's exactly what that looked like. I hate this new one. The new one, the bird, what do you call it? That's trash. Is this it? Hold on. Come with me and you'll see in the world of your imagination. Da, 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 da. I love stuff like that. When I was young, I used to want to live at the chocolate factory and eat all the candy. That's how crazy I was. I can't find it, but that's what it looked like. It literally looked like when the little rocket ship or the elevator took off, and you could tell it was held on by a string. That's what this looks like. This looks crazy. It just doesn't even look real. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. But they were up there for a good 11 minutes. The plane cut off right there. Nobody else seen it except the people down there. I don't believe none of this. This is all cap. It's all a lie. I don't believe this. I don't believe anything about this. I believe that this is all crazy. Look at Gayle after she came back. Look at Gayle.
What a wonderful world. But the best part was when we got back in our seats after 0 G's, Katie sang What a Wonderful World.
She did?
Isn't that nice?
Oh, come on.
She sang What a Wonderful World. I see dreams. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Because we'd been asking her to sing all the time and she wouldn't. And then, because everybody said, sing roar, sing fireworks. And she said, it's not about me. I wanted to talk about the world.
Wow.
I know, isn't that nice? You got to ask her about that.
That's really special.
But the best part was when we got back in our seats after 0 G's, Katie sang What a Wonderful.
Oh, girl. So she done got off the little thing. This is Gayle getting off. This is her getting off. Look at her. Thank you, Lord. She done got off. She only been up there. She wasn't up there long enough to even remember God. And she kissed the ground. Go ahead on, Gayle. Get the sand out your hair, girl. Now you're going to have to get a new wig. Girl, get the sand up out your head. That's Gayle doing push-ups. Playing like she went out of space. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. But yeah, that was the situation. Now, Jeff Bezos' wife was on there too. I didn't know his wife was on there. And who knows? I would say he was trying to get rid of her. But you know what I'm saying? You never know. Here you go.
Come on, guys.
Go see your baby.
Where are my babies?
You're over here. Go see him.
Where? I have to go
Right
there.
there.
Okay.
Katie.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did she kiss him in the mouth? That is not your husband. Did she kiss him in the mouth?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you kissed that lady husband. Bitch, the way I'd have been windmilling in space, girl, is you crazy? Cindy said dirt and all. Cindy said dirt and all. Is he gonna kiss this one too? Oh, nah.
I just have to have a moment with the ground. Let me just appreciate the ground for just a second. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I'm so proud. So proud of you.
Oh my God.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Girl, and there you go. Gayle King has officially gone to space for 5 seconds. They went up there, came right on back down, and unfortunately, the wig is still on her head. We was gonna go put it on eBay. I had somebody on the scene waiting for when the thing go up to see if the wig was gonna come off. I had boots on the ground. The people was gonna wait to see what happened with the thing, and if the thing, so happened to blow up. If the wig fell, I had boots on the ground for somebody to confiscate the wig immediately. What we was gonna do is take the wig, okay, and we were gonna preserve it with the dirt on it and everything. Because see, the dirt is gonna be the part that's gonna really make it valuable. You know what I'm saying? We were gonna take the wig, find a mannequin, put it on there, put it in a case, put it on eBay, and we was gonna see how much we could get. And we was gonna split the profits. All the people who was in on it, we was gonna split the profits. But apparently, God had other plans, So we here, girl. Katie kissing people's husband and the ground. Sir, that is not your wife. But let me find out that's your little side, little piece. Let me find out that's your little yay. You feel what I'm saying? You know what? It feels fake, BC, because it is. This is all cap. Kibbity cap is what it is. This is Captain Crunch, okay? Cap, lies, fake, allegedly. Cap, lies, fake. It's all a lie. Get my boy on here because this is all some bull crap and lie. People want to believe what they want to believe, girl. Ain't no way they can go up to space in no 11 minutes. And I ain't even no astronaut, but I feel like this is all lies and cap. Get my boy on here. Where he at?
It's survival. Survival. I had somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Cap, cabbity, kibbity cap, cap, cap. Girl, I don't have time for it no more. Gayle, you lucky hoe, bitch. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, I want to go get this Brit Eady situation out of the way. Oh, it ain't even going to take me long. I'm over Brit. So I am of convincing, and I am of the belief that Brit was used as a proxy to get rid of Kenya. I believe that Brit, they don't care about Brit. They just needed somebody like a Brit to come in and get Kenya up out of the door. Kenya, this is kind of your fault because you thought you were bigger than the program. Like you said, Nene thought she was. And at the end of the day, no one person is bigger than the program. The Real Housewives of Atlanta has always, in my opinion, been racist. They treat the clear ones different than the black ones. And they figured we need to get these high-paying heifers up off the hill to either, number one, get rid of the franchise altogether, or number two, find a bunch of low-paid hoes that they can pay a little coin, a little 1-2 yin, okay? But Brit has been on this whole tour about how she couldn't sleep. She was telling it to her husband, and he was looking at her like, bitch, I don't care. I can't believe that this is happening to me. And Kenya is just a horrible person. And I said I had a blicky and I shouldn't have said that and I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, you checked and I didn't have a blicky and I still shouldn't have been treated this way. Brit, you are not doing what they want you to do or what you think you're doing. You are literally making people feel like they never, ever, ever, ever want to hear your nasally voice again. We want you to blow your nose and blow away from here with the wind. That's what we want you to do. We don't want to ever see you again. You are overdoing this victim card. You are overdoing this whole thing. It's to the point now, even the people who feel sorry for you, you're getting annoying to them. Like, go away and never come back. Like, I never want to see Brit Eady on anybody's TV, or not even on social media. I didn't even want to see this heifer pop up in my feed. I am over you, Brit. You are not the victim that you claim you are. Yes, you were victimized in the sense of being exposed, but other than that, girl, you are laying it on thick, and we're not buying it. We're not. We're simply not. Okay? And the fact that she brought up, oh, these were news that were happening when I was in high school and this, that, and the third, then that's a whole other therapy session you need to have. Like, Jesus Christ, move on with your life, girl. It's ridiculous at this point. But this is how I watch What Happens Live, child. Which makes me believe that they're using her to get Kenya up out of the door. And Kenya, this your fault too, because you've been a dirty bitch a lot of years. You've been real dirty. You was dirty with Phaedra and her husband. You was dirty with Portia. You was dirty with Kenya. You have a very bad track record. But what goes around comes around to you too, Kenya, because let me say this about Kenya. You're not about to get off without getting none. Kenya has been a very nasty person on this here internet and on this here show. She has. Kenya has been very nasty, very passive aggressive, extremely passive aggressive, and very nasty. I will never forget the things that you've done to other people. You were over there literally flirting in front of Phaedra's face with her husband, regardless of if he was flirting you back. That's one situation. But you were extremely disrespectful. There's a reason why, and I believe this. There's a reason why it took Kenya so long to finally find a husband who was only a temporary one and to even have a baby. What you put out is what you get back. What you put out is what you get back. The world is the world processes energy and gives it back to you. Kenya, the way you set up there and dragged for Nene after she left because you thought you was going to be the head peach, y'all all do it. But the way that you've done a lot of people in the past, this is low key and high. No, this is high key your karma. This is your karma. You're getting what you deserve. You're deserving of every single thing that you're getting. Because when I had the last live on this, I said it to myself and I said it out loud. If the shoes were on the other foot and the roles were reversed and it was Portia being accused, Kenya would be dragging this down to the ground. So Kenya, I still think it's wrong for Portia to add 20 on 10. But at the end of the day, Kenya, this is all your fault. Nobody's fault but yours. You chose to go this low, and this time, only this time, it backfired on you. That's it. This time, it backfired on you. And you're having a hard time processing that because in the past, all you've had to do was just do stuff to provoke people, have them act a fool, and then you able to walk away with your hands clean. But this time, it backfired on you. Okay? You thought you were more important to Bravo than you really are. And I believe that Andy used Brit to get you up out of there. And you're up out of there. And you better hope this don't go criminal. Okay? So both of them get on my nerves at this point. Throw the whole show away. Let's get into Brit on this Watch What Happens Live.
I think a lot of people don't understand, and I don't either. Why did you initially come after Kenya so hard? Like at the bank dinner, why were you so agitated with her?
You know, I think people don't realize, or even like the ladies in our friend group, she had something against me since day one. So even with the ring comment, I felt like...
But it couldn't have just been the ring comment.
I don't think it was just the ring comment, honestly.
Okay.
I think there's something that was brewing, that there was a reason why she didn't like me. I felt like she was holding on to...
But did she say anything else or do anything?
You know what? She didn't say anything, but the fact that she was just so welcoming and so nice to ladies she's never met. And for me, I've never met Kenya.
Okay.
So I was like, why me? Why are you being nasty towards me?
Okay. So, did you have a gun that night?
Oh my God. I never had a gun.
You
Ever.
never had a gun?
I never.
Pause. All this girl, when you really break down all of that word salad, the only thing she has to say was Kenya wasn't nice to her. She was nicer to the other girls, but she wasn't nice to her. That's what, cut up the word salad. That's literally what she's saying. Kenya was nice to the other girls, but she wasn't nice to me. And yeah, she made the ring comment, but she was nice to the other girls, but she wasn't nice to me. This is all produced. And who knows what the producers went and told Kenya behind the scenes to make Kenya react the way that she's reacting. This is all produced. And this is all frivolous and bullcrap. You made a mountain out of a damn mole. That's what you did.
Never had a gun in my possession at all.
Okay. So I guess I want to start at the beginning because your comments at the dinner, that resulted in an investigation. Obviously, weapons are not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now watching it back, why did you say it and what do you think about it now?
You know what?
This is what I want to know. Did y'all pat her down in the moment in which she said? Did y'all check her husband? Did y'all check the cars? If y'all went the next day or after the backlash and been like, oh, let's investigate this, then this is a bunch of crap. And regardless of if she had a gun or not, we live in Georgia. I don't know, Georgia. I don't know if y'all know this. Georgia is like Texas. everybody in their mom got a piece on them. Showing on the outside, everybody got a piece on them. If you tell somebody I got blickies and pistols, that person who got the blicky has the right to retaliate. I hope y'all know this. Y'all can't go around here saying this type of stuff. Y'all, you just can't. In Georgia, everybody got a blicky. And they brandish that shit like the police, girl. What is you talking about? You can't go around talking about, oh, I got blickies and whips and then hoping people don't take you seriously. What if Kenya had somebody with her who had a blicky and took that as a threat? Like, no, we're not going to brush past that.
I still beat myself up. Just the fact that I allowed her to trigger me. So it's just, there's no excuse for what I did, for what I said. And it was the heat of the moment. I'm in a rough neighborhood. I'm always used to having my husband by my side. And I felt attacked. And I was triggered by Kenya. And I was talking with Kelly on the side, like, you know how girls hype each other up or whatever. Yeah. And it was a side convo. I was talking with Kelly and I mentioned a pistol, which I never should have. And I was wrong.
Since you had left Kenya's event at the salon.
That girl said she was in a rough neighborhood. Let's hurry up and get through this.
On early. Did you, I'm assuming you watched last week's episode, room.
You know what? I felt she wanted me to be at that event considering she never uninvited me.
Okay.
And the fact that she conjured up these images, photos, went to Kinko's, printed them out. It's like, see, it's the spirit of Kenya.
Okay. That is something different.
So, you know, it's just the fact that she wanted me to be there. And you know what? We'll put this in later.
Okay. What did the card from your flowers that Kelly tried to save say?
I had a personal conversation in the car just saying, Kenya, I'm sorry. I wish I would have never done it. And, you know, let's try to move forward. And so that was just really it. I wanted her to know how genuine I was because I made a mistake. And I wanted her to really know that I'm not a violent person.
Room.
You know,
all right. Girl, bye. This is the thing. Both of them should have been fired. If they had fired Brit at the beginning, when she's even mentioned having the blicky, do I think Kenya still would have went on and ruined her own freaking brand and her own salon trying to get back at another bitch while acting like she's not pressed? Yes. And then they should have turned around and fired Kenya. Both of them should have been fired. Both of them. Both of them. Get rid of both of them. Okay? The fact of the matter is not one of them are victims. They are both victims and both oppressors in the situation. If they weren't going to fire both of them, let it go. But see, that came from the backlash. And they already knew the backlash was coming, which is why they let Kenya go before the season even started. Because they already know how emotionally charged the internet is. But we're not going to prop Brit up to be the victim and Kenya up to be the demon when they both demons. Both of them. And if you want to blame it on being in a rough neighborhood, then you shouldn't have carried your ass down there. Your husband don't look like he can hang with nobody in that neighborhood. No way. I was in a rough neighborhood. Girl, if some niggas would have popped out on your husband, bitch, he looked like he would have hid behind you. What is you talking about? Don't do that. Don't blame it on being in a rough neighborhood. Do not do that. Just say, in the moment, I was pissed. I said I was going to get my blicky, but I ain't really have no blicky. But in the moment, I felt like I needed to say what I needed to say. In Kenya, you went out there and showed the girl news, stand on 10, and say, yeah, I did it. I felt threatened when she said she was going to get a blicky, and this is how I responded because I'm not a violent person. Stand on your 10, too. It's just, you're gone, Kenya. You can't even sue them because they letting you out on some BS that I know of. I just feel like just go on about your business, lick your wounds. Just go on about your business, lick your wounds. You better hope they don't take Kenya more hair care out of the CVS and all of that. Because this is all the stuff you put it at risk when you did this. Ain't no show, ain't none of this work, none of that. Like, seriously, you got real brand, real business, like in the stores, and you over here playing with Real Housewives of Atlanta? Duck ass. Y'all both get on my nerves. Let's move on. I'm over it. Let's go to Coachella really quick. Coachella, for the most part, y'all faves look a mess. Let's start with the first one. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. See, what I'm not about to do is lie to y'all because y'all have faves. Not about to do it. Sorry. Not sorry. Y'all faves look a mess. The first one I want to get on here who look a mess. Hold on, let me get her on here. Let me get her on here real quick. Let me get the first MESS on here. Yeah, let's discuss it. Here she go. Here she go. Habidi bidi bam bam. Look. This heifer did more sashaying in the wind than rapping. Look. The bulk of her weight is in her booty. And you know what? Every time I see her body, I think of her saying how insecure she is about her body. And I see. It looks amazing on photos. It looks amazing in videos. But in real life, y'all ever seen this type of stuff in real life? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She did more of this than rapping. Did she rap on here? Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, then I get some money. What you said? Fuck you, then I get some money. She said she fuck him and get some money. She do make calls and alcohol.
Yeah. Woo-wee. Jam. Did she forget the words? You know somebody else wrote them. Did she forget her script, her lines? What's going on? I don't cook. I don't clean. Let me tell you about this dream. She didn't rap. She didn't rap. She just sashayed across the stage. Sashayed. Look, just sashayed. Pop that ass. She paid for it. I mean, why not pop it, girl? I know that line hit her hard too. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. Girl, you have the ring still? Look, that's all she did. Let me tell y'all this.
How do you feel, Cardi?
Go to the left, guys. To the left, to the left. This way, this way.
Look in this way. Party right in the middle. Party right in the middle.
And Cardi over to the left. Cardi over here.
Cardi, that center, Cardi.
Cardi to the left.
Look at this way in the center, Cardi. This way in the middle.
When people ask me why I don't entertain music anymore, because music is not even music no more. And this the girl who want us to believe because she was born in the Bronx that she is hip hop. There's nothing about Cardi is hip hop. Cardi can't even, I don't know if she can't remember the lines. I don't know what it is, but this is not music. A music festival is supposed to have music. They're supposed to have buku people in there chanting and doing your song while you doing it. I'm going to the jazz festival next weekend. when you go to a festival, the artist is up there, they performing, they doing music you didn't hear, but you excited about. Like, it's a back and forth thing. I don't want to go to nobody's festival and look up at the stage and see you over there sashaying across the stage, shaking your ass. I could have logged into your Instagram to do that. But at the end of the day, music is no longer music. It's not music no more. It's not. It's bullshit is what it is. And this is why when people ask me, what you think about this person, that person, I don't think nothing about them because I don't listen to none of that trash. They all trash. Don't nobody have no substance. Everybody rapping about their ass, they coochie. Everybody singing about giving their ass and their coochie away. All the boys singing about getting ass and coochie. And they don't even rap about getting money no more. They don't even rap about getting money no more. Everything is about, it's no substance. And then only other thing they do is take old people's stuff and go redo it and give it back to us like we ain't already have it. And then they do horrible jobs at it. Music is trash. Cardi is a plant that was used to usher in whole culture. That's why she shot to the top like that, to get you comfortable with WAP and all of that stuff and all of those nasty things, so she can usher in the Glorrillas, the Sexy Reds, the Sukianas. That's why all of those people were in the WAP video. Meg is another one used to usher in this whole culture that has literally taken the value away from Black women and Black girls. That's what this is all about. Because guess what? The Puerto Rican community ain't getting hit as hard with this bullshit as we are. But y'all want to tell me she Black so y'all can like her music. You don't have to say she's Black to like her music. She ain't Black. She ain't never been Black. She just play Black to make money and sell poison to you that she told you from her own mouth she wouldn't dare let her kids listen to. But God sit high and look low. You best to believe that. God sits high but looks low. Trash. Trash, trash, trash. This whole thing is trash. If I'd have went all the way up to Coachella, I love me good. I've been going to festivals all my life. Like I said, me and my best friend going to Jazz Fest next week. I love me a good festival. I love me some good food, a good cool drink, and my favorite up there performing on the stage, the wind blowing, my sundress. You know what I'm saying? I loves me a good festival. If I would have went all the way to Coachella and seen this bitch sashaying across the stage like this, bitch, I would have threw a water bottle at that whole head. And people just so infatuated with the artists themselves, they not realizing that they feeding you a cheap, nothing ass product. Cheap, nothing product. That's what they're not even giving you music. They just giving you them. And people just so excited to see the person, they don't even give a damn that they ain't even performing. Did y'all not catch on to that? Oh, speaking of, let's get the other one on here. Let's get the other one on here. We're going to talk about it. Oh, yay. We're going to talk about it. Hold on. Let me get it up here. Because we definitely about to talk about it. And I ain't holding no punches. I refuse to let y'all make me sit up here and act like I'm crazy when I've been going to festivals all my life. And I've been dealing and working with music all my damn life. All my life I had to fight. All my life. Get her on here. Hold on. Get her on here. Because we about to discuss it. Because what we not going to do is I'm not going to let y'all gaslight me. Y'all could be gaslit, but y'all are not. And I repeat, y'all will not gaslight me. Let's start with this one. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. First of all, the response to Bigfoot. Bitch, you like 2 years late. We don't care. We don't care. You came back with his and it was a miss. We don't care now. It's over. It's over. This is your rapper girl over here doing splits with a Bigfoot behind her, feet still big, still on it. And where is the bars? Where's the lyrics? What we doing? Bitch, I didn't come here to watch you do a split. I didn't come to a cheer competition. I didn't. If I wanted to go see a cheer competition, I'd have went looked on TV on ESPN and found the next nearest one. I didn't come here for this. So she on here splitting, rambling her head all across the stage and all of this. And these are your rappers. And you wonder why I don't do music. Not this new music, at least. Hold on, there's more. Hold on, because we about to get into this part of it too. Because I refuse to let y'all play with me as well. So this girl, let me find her on here. Let's get Coachella up here. And Lizzo, she getting on my nerves too. That's not what I want to do though. Well, let me find it. Where is it? Girl, I know you lying, Ashanti. Bitch, what is you on here hollering about? You don't have a song that calls you to do this. I woke up kind of early today or something. People say I want to see what caused her to hit a high note like that. But I didn't push it, I didn't complain. You look beautiful though, girl. Deep down, I know I didn't want to believe it. Ashanti, hurry up. We'll come back to you, Ashanti. I don't know what this is about. Let's get into it. Picture this. You on your way to a show to see your favorite artist. Your favorite artist just happens to be a seahorse. Her name is Meg the Stallion, okay? All the way as you buy your tickets, all the way as you get your outfits, all the way as you get to the stadium, waiting all the small acts before her. You can't wait to get up here and body yada 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 and hear some new music because you're a real seahorse. You're a real hottie or whatever the case may be. You are anticipating the moment your favorite artists come up on the stage. You got all the albums. You know all the songs, even the songs that nobody else know. You know all of the songs. This your favorite artist. You come to see your artist down to the Coachella, and your artist can't stand on her own two big feet, and she got to bring out everybody in the industry, including their mom. Meg bought out a damn Superdome worth of artists. Meg had so many people on the stage while she cosplayed their lines and their Sierra, Queen Latifah. Bitch, we didn't need you to bring up. What is you gonna do? Body Eady? But y'all don't get it. See, when the label knows that you cannot hold those people by yourself, and then the label is someone such as Rock Nation who got the pull to gravitate and grab all these people, what they do is they get the supporting cast around you. Hello, is this thing on? They go and get the supporting cast around you to make it seem like you did your big one when really you ain't did shit but bring out people who already did what they was doing. Because ain't nobody coming to hear no Meg the Stallion music. Period. Not even the hotties. Not even the real seahorses. Let's get into her. She done bought out Sierra, Queen Latifah, and Victoria Monet. Hold on. Can we pay respects to the fact that Sierra is what I'm 42? Sierra probably be about 40, 41. Full churn. Look better, dance better, more agile, and still out here in these streets. Better than your young girls, your Meg the Stallion girls. Let's talk about it. Can we acknowledge that? So Meg gets to do Sierra's dance in her song, and we want to give Meg the props. Why would Meg get a prop for being a fan? We could have just put Sierra on the bill. So Meg is the artist. She's supposed to be the new artist. And all she did was bring out an older artist who we already love and she know the dance, and she danced with the artist, and Meg had the best performance. Y'all is weird.
What's up, man? What's up?
Yeah, Meg's body is amazing. Meg's body is undeniable. I like thicker Meg, but that Meg body too. Meg body is undefeated. But this is not what you call, and again, the artists around this were amazing. Well, at least Sierra. I can't speak on the other folks. Sierra did an amazing job. Sierra said she's proud of her. Look at her, she's crying. Girl, I'm so tired of this whole. I am so tired of me. I am. I ain't gonna lie. Once they're through with this whole culture shit, she gonna be up out of here. See, she looks good there. Whose song is this? Because you know she be out here performing everybody else on. And that's one thing I don't respect about the new artists. They don't do much of their own stuff. They always take older people's stuff and then redo it. Okay, see what I'm saying? But I think that's her song. The point I'm trying to make is your set should have been about you and your set. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with bringing out a person or whatever. Oh, let me bring out so-and-so, because they do that all the time. But I feel like when the highlight of your performance is the people you brought out, there's a problem there. When the highlight of your performance is the people you brought on with you, there's a problem there. You see what I'm saying? And again, Love said her set was lit. I'm not saying that the set wasn't lit. The problem is the highlight of the set was the other people, not hers. Right, Cherie, she couldn't carry it. That's where the concern comes. And I didn't watch the whole set, so I can't say, but I only seen what I saw on here. I think she had Queen Latifah. Let me get Queen on here. Dagger Queen on here. Let me get her up here. I think I saw it. Look at Beyonce, girl. Let me see. I think she had Queen. Okay, that's her with the Bigfoot thing. She had Queen Latifah on here. I thought I could find it, but which was a good look. Shout out to Queen Latifah. But my thing is, like I say, it's not even that she invited the other people. It's just that the highlight of her set includes everybody else. That's weird to me. Not when she's supposed to be the artist. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be. Listen, I'll look at it like this. When you look at older artists from the past, and they would do shows, granted, they would bring out people, but typically it was people they worked with. For instance, if Missy did a show, obviously she's going to bring out Timbaland and Magoo. They got a catalog together. You know what I'm saying? Or if Michael Jackson did a show and he bring out Floetry, well, obviously they wrote a song for him. You know what I'm saying? And then redid the song, Butterflies. You know what I'm saying? That's typically how it goes. But you don't bring out a star typically back in my day. I'll say that back in my day, you bring out a person. If you do, they opening for you. But during your set, you don't just randomly start pulling bigger artists or artists that are just as big than you. It just don't typically go like that. So when Meg got Glorilla, Doechii, not Glorilla, she had Doechii, Sierra, who else? Queen Latifah. She had like 6-7 people out there. It's just like, but how do you fit in? Bring out the people who you work with, so when they do their song, you could bust in with your verse. That's one thing. But when you doing they dance to their song and you learn to dance just like every other fan in the audience, girl, they will never be Miss Janet. They will never be Miss Jackson. They will never be Miss Jackson. And that's the thing. Love says she feel they were having a girls moment. That's what they say. Meg is not a girl's girl. It's nothing about a girl's moment. It's business. It's business. That's what this is about. It's business. When you bring out other artists, you bring out artists who you have music with. So when they do their part on their song, you can boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for instance, whose song I could sing? Like for instance, let's say her and Glorilla or her and Cardi. Her and Cardi have a song. Let's say Cardi have a set and Cardi singing the song WAP, right? And on Cardi do her verse, and then, or let's say Meg has this Meg set. Meg do WAP. Her verse is the first verse. And then on the second verse, when people think the song about to cut off, Meg bring out Cardi. Here come Cardi. Got me, swallow me, whatever. Then, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? Then I can see that. But she bringing out people who don't have nothing to do with her because she can't carry her own set. I think that's the problem. But I did want to go with show y'all a real set and a real artist and a real creator and somebody who really is down from the bottom, and you know what I'm saying, and do their big one and can't be messed with on no scale, on no situation. And you can't never tell me that they need anybody. Listen to me and listen to me good. You would never make me believe that this person needs anybody on their set. They can carry the whole show by their goddamn self. Get her up here. Missy, Dagger Missy, Misdemeanor Elliott. That bitch done came out as a transformer. Now this is a performance. Do you hear me? See, let's have the conversation. Let's talk about it. This is a set, okay? This is a performance where they sat down and thought of concepts and costume and transitions and this is an artist. All that other stuff that them people be having that y'all be thinking are real artists, that is not artistry. This is an artist. I'm talking about the whole Coachella could have been Missychella and everybody still would have pulled up the same. Okay? This is an artist. My girl came out as a goddamn car and turned into a transformer. Do you hear me? This is real artistry. Your faves could never. They could never. Hold on, we got more slides. Oh, well, that's people talking about it. This is real artistry, though.
Chinese boys, what those
Costume changes. She ain't gotta shake her ass. She ain't gotta bust down on the ground and do a split. She not sashaying across the stage. You get it? You get it? Right, no booty cheeks in sight. Like, this is a real artist. And this is what real artistry is. Missy Elliott just hit the is just going to hit after Missy Elliott is just going hit after hit on the Coachella stage. Some of these songs are almost 30 years old. These are legends. It's official. A lot of these new artists are not making hits, just temporary sounds. Ooh! Thank you, Petty Slimane or Slimine or whatever your name. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You get it. These songs older than a lot of people in the crowd, and they know them. Come on now. Come on now. You cannot tell me that these girls would ever, none of y'all faves could never stand next to this girl. See, back then, they used to outperform each other on stage. Back then, see, Missy came out as a goddamn robot. The next, when Janet do her song, her next concert, bitch, Janet gonna have robots falling out the skies, picking up people out the audience. That used to be artistry. When you go, that made people want to run down to the Ticketmaster. This before you had to get it online. This back when you had to go down to the place and stand at the window with the little voice box right there. Okay. And you go in and say, let me get 2 tickets. And they say, what row you got? And then you do the whoop-de-whoop. You feel what I'm saying? That's real artistry. That is real artistry. You know who does that too in 2025? Chris Brown. Chris Brown said Michael Jackson was on stage and he got on the lift and they shift that nigga all around the stage. And remember that that Asian guy jumped on it? You know what Chris said? Fuck it. Tie the rope to my back, nigga. Swing me around that bitch. You feel me? Chris said, put the rope on my back. I don't even want the platform on me. Put the rope on my back, nigga. Swing me around that bitch like a merry-go-round. You feel me? That's real artistry. That is a real artist. That's what it's all about. Not who could twerk the best and who could bring out the most artists. That's not real festival. That's not real artistry. Like the girl said, these people are making temporary sounds. That's it. Right. Abundance and clarity. If I fall, I fall. Put it in God's hand. Fuck it. Let the chips fall where they may. Whatever the fuck. However it goes, if it's my time, it's my time. Put the rope around my bike and swing me around this bitch like this, like a helicopter. And he hit every note as he swung around the corner. That's real artistry. They have watered down hip hop so bad. Oh, they done watered it down. Music altogether, R&B and hip hop is so watered down. It is ridiculous. There's literally nothing to give. There's nothing, like it's all just ass shaking and faves. That's it. On the male and the female side, it's nothing. It's nothing. That's all it is. There's no creativity. There's none. Even Meg the Stallion isn't rapping to her capacity. I heard Tina Snow. Even Meg in 2025 is not rapping to her capacity. I will give Meg this. Meg is one of those girls who have a pen and who have a mouthpiece, but even she's not utilizing that. And I think that's done by design. There's no creativity, none. There's no creativity, and it just makes people not even want to deal with the new music. And I get it. If you're younger, you hear these new people, you think that, because all you know is what you know. What you don't know is what you don't know. But I employ everybody here who loves music, who loves listening to artists. You can still have your phase, but if you just take one 30-minute or 45-minute day out your day, or one Saturday while you cleaning up, and start going find some older music. And when I say older music, it don't have to be 70s, 80s, 90s classics. Go to the early 2000s. I'll start there and start listening to the music and the quality of the sound and the quality of the artistry and then go back and listen to your stuff. And I promise you, if you have any type of heart or ear for music, you'll see a major colossal difference. And I'm telling you, starting the 2000s. I don't even think some people palates even clear enough to even go to the 90s and beyond. Let's start at the 2000s. You got to crawl before you walk. Let's start at 2000s. Yes, girl, Drew Hill. Girl, let's start at the 2000s. Let's start at the 2000s and then go back. Listen to that and then go back and listen to your fave today. And then you come back and tell me if you don't see a huge difference. Huge. I'm talking about to where it'll really make you feel like these new people can't even stand next to these folks. Like for real. I think that's something that needs to be done, because one thing I will give the old artists, typically most of them came out of the church, so they had a background to go off of. And I think this is the problem with the new artists. First of all, none of them coming out of the church, so they don't have no soul. I'm going to say that one more time because I damn sure don't want none of that to go over your head. The biggest problem with the new artists is none of them are coming out of the church, so they lack soul. Yes, there are Black Americans out here lacking soul. They have the sound, but they don't have the soul. So when you come from a background that has another music, right? That has another music and another genre of music where you can pull from. You can take the good out of that and take it and ball it up and put your own spin and creativity to it and put it back out there. It takes away the genuineness of the craft, because music is art and art is a craft, okay? So what happens is when you don't have that aspect in these new artists, then you're getting a bunch of hollow BS with a nice beat, right? Then on top of not having the soul, there's no creativity. Everybody think all we got to do is take something that was already done and put my spin on it and spit it back out. That's not going to work, baby. That only worked for the people who never heard the original. But the people who know the original don't want to hear your spin on the classic. We don't, because you're ruining it. You're ruining it. You know what I mean? Like it just I just implore my people when I be giving them crap about this music stuff and y'all be like, but Voodoo, go listen to this, go listen. I don't want to hear it because it lacks depth. All of it lacks depth. The writing, the pen don't even have no depth in it. Oh, you want to take my love away, and I'm gonna get my money back, and I'm gonna shake my ass in the club, and me and my girls, we're gonna go out, and I'm gonna buy me an iced out Vendetta, and when we get outside, all the niggas gonna want my ass, and when they want my ass, I'm gonna walk past, and when I walk past, they gonna say yeah, and when they say yeah, I'm gonna say boy bye, and I'm gonna flip my hair and my brand new whip, and me and my girls, we're gonna just, bitch, don't none of you hoes love nobody? Don't nobody love nobody. Everybody just, don't nobody love nobody. Ain't nobody vulnerable enough to tell me that nigga broke my heart, bitch, and I'm fucked up. Nobody in 2025 have those feelings. Nobody is able to say, no nigga ain't able to get on here and say I was in love with this bitch, even though she was married. I thought she was gonna leave her husband for me, but the bitch lied. So now I'm pulling up around the block in my whip to watch her husband and her kids bring groceries in the house, and I wish I never met her at all. Don't none of y'all go through that. None of y'all. Don't none of y'all be conflicted in your relationships. You feel what I'm saying? They say, when you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad. Don't none of you bitches feel sad, girl. Burn in hell at this point. Girl, burn in hell at this point. I'm tired of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, girl. Get this off of here. Shout out to Missy. Missy had the best set. Sierra did your big one. Sierra, you look good. You sound good. You dance good. 4 churn later, girl, them young girls got to get there. But with all the BBLs, we'll see. With all the BBLs, we'll see. We'll see. If they can get that 40, how they going to look with the BBLs, girl? We'll see. Girl, don't get me started on Keisha. All her albums. Tell me what in the hell you thinking? Not Keish. Being home alone another weekend. Not Keish. I let you get away with this nonsense for too long. Ain't gonna be no more calling this phone. Tired of the bullshit competing with these other chicks. You don't know what to do with this. You ask not to listen. Guess what? What, nigga? I'm leaving you. And guess what? I'm taking my keys from you. I'm gonna put that on when I get off of here. Don't get me started, Robin. I'm gonna put that on when I get off of here. That ain't for this. But anyway, Sierra and Missy, y'all did y'all big one. Everybody else, and then Queen Latifah, she did a big one too. Everybody else, I don't know. We'll come back and discuss it another day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Girl, y'all know about that Keisha Cole, girl. Please, girl, that all the albums, all of them. Girl, what is you saying? This how you know how much of an effect Keisha had on the world. They got elementary school children know Keisha Cole stuff. Y'all know that love song? They got elementary school kids who know Keisha Cole stuff. Y'all get the likes up on the video, bro. Let me read some of these super chats. Also, the FBI down. I read that one. Downscale the behavioral science. Yeah. I read that one. Dolls Hour, thank you for the super chat. Says, good morning, Voo, mamas and acorns. Voo, write this down. Please look at the whistleblower. I'm writing it down. The whistleblower committee hearing for Meta. Hold on. Whistleblower committee for Meta. They sold Americans out with censorship and giving our data to China so much deeper than we thought. I've been saying that, though. I've been saying that, girl, as I just agreed to all the terms on my TV. But yeah, they the same ones who used it. First of all, the censorship was one. If you didn't realize how heavy the censorship was the last 4 years, then I don't know what else to tell you. But as far as selling out China the data, just like America selling our data to China, just like America sells our land to China, they definitely selling your data. Without a doubt. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out though. Thank you, Dolls Hour. Amina, thank you for the super chat. Says Britt and Kenya, what's good? What's a goon to a goblin? Throw them both away. Facts. That's a great analogy. What's a goon to a goblin? They both evil. Throw them both, fire them both, and get them both up out of here. Thank you so much. Naomi, thank you for the super chat. Says somebody show tell Carter that body that body is out of date. Child. Carter, the way she sashayed across that stage. Shout out, dude. Girl. You know, I don't know if these BBLs are reversible, like for real. I know K Michelle got hers out, but who knows? Armand, thank you for the super chat. Boo, I got accepted into grad school. Hashtag principal. Yes! Shout out, Armand. I'm so happy for you. Armand, you deserve that. Listen, thank you for your services. You know how I feel about these children of the corn. But you was going to school to be a principal, to battle these children, and I say congratulations.
We did it, Joe.
Congratulations! Oh my God. Congratulations! Oh my God.
Congratulations. You are on the front lines of this war with these badass churn. And I wish you nothing but success in everything you wish to come out of this. Make a difference. It's political, but make a difference. You feel what I'm saying? Make a difference in these badass churn life. Because, girl, these churn different. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Armand. All right, y'all. I want to get into this story, this Kairen Lacy story. Let's get into this, y'all, before we get off of here. So here it goes. Kairen Lacy, a 2025 NFL prospect. Draft prospect, was found unalive in Houston, and LSU officials confirmed. Told y'all something going on in Texas. Let's get into it.
Budget cut to NOLA and the harmful impacts it could have.
Hold on. Is this a...
Houston, thank you for...
No, we don't need this. Let's get into the article. It says, Houston, Texas, former LSU receiver Kairen Lacy was found dead Saturday night in Houston, an LSU official confirmed to ESPN on Sunday. Earlier this year, Lacy ran into legal trouble on January 12th. He turned himself into authorities and was jailed and then released on $151,000 bail, according to police records. It says Lacy was accused of causing a crash that killed a 78-year-old man on December 17th and then fleeing the scene without rendering aid or calling authorities. Lafourche, Louisiana Parish Sheriff's Office records indicate that Lacy was charged with negligent homicide, felony hit and run, with death and reckless operation of a vehicle. According to WAFB-TV, a grand jury was to begin hearing evidence in the case on Monday. According to a news release from Louisiana State Police, Lacy was allegedly driving a 2023 Dodge Charger on Louisiana Highway 20 and recklessly passed multiple vehicles at a high rate of speed by crossing the center line and entering the northbound lane, while in designated no passing zone. So it looks like he went to the other side of the street that had oncoming traffic. As Lacy was illegal passing other vehicles, the driver of a northbound pickup truck abruptly braked and swerved to the right to avoid a head-on collision with the approaching Dodge, a Louisiana State Police news release said. Traveling behind the pickup was a 2017 Kia Cadenza, whose driver swerved left to avoid the oncoming Dodge Charger. As the Kia Cadenza took evasive action to avoid impact with the Dodge, it crossed the center line and collided head-on with a southbound 2017 Kia Sorento. Wow. 2 Kias. Police alleged that Lacy, 24, drove around the crash scene and fled without stopping to render aid, call emergency services, or report his involvement in the crash. Herman Hall of Thibodaux, Louisiana, who was a passenger in the Kia Sorento, later died from his injuries suffered in the crash, according to state police. Lacey's agent, Rocky Arsenault, said in a statement that his client is fully cooperating with the authorities. Lacey declared for the NFL draft on December 19th, 2 days after the crash, and did not play in LSU win over Baylor in the Texas Bowl. He participated in March at LSU's Pro Day and was ranked as high as the number 6 wide receiver prospect in the draft by ESPN Mel Kiper in December. Lacey was not ranked amongst the top 10 available wide receivers in Kipper's most recent big board, which was published last month. Lacey played 3 seasons at LSU after starting his career at Louisiana. It says Lacey had his best season last year when he caught 58 passes for, 866 yards and a team-leading 9 touchdowns. This dude was the real deal. So this was the original story. So according to the stories, Lacey, what's his name? Kairen Lacy was basically an NFL prospect. And with those numbers, I can see why. He had a head-on collision. Now, this is the thing. It sounded to me like he probably was drunk. He was probably drinking, and wilding out, acting a fool, and people ended up losing their lives, okay? That was the original story, right? So then shortly after that, he was arrested. He turned himself in, because he fled the scene of the crime. And if you ask me, he probably fled the scene of the crime because he didn't want to go in the jail, especially if they found out he was drunk. Now, should he have called emergency services? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I'm pretty sure he was probably in a situation like, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. So those were the original story, right? Now, recently, all of a sudden, the man pops up dead, okay? It says, update, new details emerged in the death of Kairen Lacy was reported in an argument that led to a police chase and car crash. Authorities later found him deceased in the vehicle. Let me say this before we get into this. There's something very sinister about this. And I'm going to go into conspiracy theory brain later, but let's go with the facts and what we know. What we know is this boy was in a car accident that unalived a couple of people, or at least one man at least. Negligent driving, probably under the influence, right? And these Kias both of these happen to be Kias that collide and unalive the 70-some-odd-year-old man, okay? Now, fast forward. Mind you, they still never said they was taking him out of the draft, but because, you can unalive people by vehicular homicide and still become famous. Caitlyn Jenner, Brandy. Don't let that go over your head. But anyways, so then fast forward. Now they're telling me that he got into an altercation or a situation with the police and then all of a sudden just committed suicide. Okay, let's get into what they're saying. Originally, it says, neighbors, we previously reported reported on the sad news and unfortunate death of LSU football player Kairen Lacy. While his death was reported as an alleged suicide, all the details surrounding the incident weren't available at the time. According to TMZ, a call was made from a woman around 11:15 in Houston reporting a situation involving a firearm. There you go. She said Lacy had gotten into an argument with one of her family members, fired a gun into the ground, and then left the area. Authorities later spotted his car and tried to pull him over, but things escalated to a pursuit once Lacy didn't stop. It says, eventually the car crashed, and when police approached to take him into custody, they found him deceased with a gunshot wound. Kyren's father, Kenny Lacy, made a post on Facebook urging parents to really check in on their children's mental health, maybe suggesting that Kyren wasn't in the best mental state, as he said. Don't be cool with, I'm all right, I'm good, when you know deep down something isn't right. Lacy was facing an upcoming trial for being charged with negligent homicide, felony hit and run with death, and reckless operation of a vehicle. All charges for a car accident in December 2024, where Lacy allegedly left the 78-year-old victim at the scene with no assistance and left. Let's keep Kyren's family in the prayers, okay? And And this is what his father had to say. Young parents, start talking to your kids at a very early age and make sure they are confident and comfortable confiding in you. Don't be cool with I'm all right or I'm good when you know deep down something isn't right. Mental health is real, and for the most part, it's invisible. Don't ignore the signs, even if they seem small. Our lives have changed forever, and this will never be okay. But God needed my baby more than he was needed here. This has to be the biggest pill of our family or our families have ever had to swallow, but I know the love and compassion in our families will get us through. This will never get easier, but we'll learn to live with it. Check on your kids' mental. And that's from the father. So according to the facts, according to what they're reporting, apparently after this whole thing, he was ready to go to court for the case. And then a woman called the police, said he got into it with a family member, shot the gun into the ground, then fled. Then the police seen them try to pull him over. He then fled and then unalived himself and ran into a tree. So when they went to apprehend him, he was already dead. Remember, vehicular homicide is not a killer for a career in that life. Because sports is entertainment. That's why they call it sports and entertainment. The entertainment doesn't dictate that if you kill somebody in a car accident, you're not going to make it. They still make it. And it was never said that they pulled him from the draft. So what would be, you know what I mean? Other than obviously knowing that you unalive somebody, what would be the motive for him to be so depressed? I think that it's some foul play in this whole situation. That's what I think. I think it's a lot of foul play in this. And as it pertains to my conspiracy theory brain, I'm gonna just say this. I find it odd that a lot of these people, when getting into this industry, because sports is still that industry, I find it odd that a lot of people, when they get into those industries, a lot of tragedy surround them. If it's not with them, it's with their family members. Sports is still the industry. They all one and the same. I just find it odd that those type of things happen. My prayers go up to this young boy's family and to the older man and his family who passed. It's negligence off the cuff. Who knows what was going on with this? I don't know, but I do think that's something fishy and something in the milk ain't clean. I really believe something in the milk here is not clean. But yeah, I wanted to cover that because Miss Parker sent that to me and I wanted to see exactly what it was. But he didn't have a career-ending situation with the original charge. To be completely honest, the way the industry worked, they would have swept that under the rug so he can move on with his career if he was that great of a receiver. Because they know they're going to make way more money off of him alive than dead. Something very fishy about this. But I don't know. But one thing I will say is what the parents said was the God's honest truth. Please talk to your children. Please talk to your children. Talk to your kids. Y'all let them kids just say, I'm good. I'm all right. I don't want to talk. Talk to them. Because they're not going to tell you what they really got going on. You really do need to, and don't talk to them if you don't have that relationship with them. That's another thing. A lot of y'all always told your child, don't get out my face. Don't come talking to me. Now you want to go talk to the child. You wonder why the child looking at you like you got 3 heads. Create that relationship and that openness in your relationship with your child from the beginning so that when you do come to them when something might be wrong, they're more susceptible to come out and say, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Lynn, thank you for the super chat. Did you hear about that funeral home outside of Houston? Yeah, so I heard about that. I heard about that. Let me see if I can pull it up. I heard about that. That funeral home that had them bodies in the back, in the bike. Let me see. After this, I gotta get off here, y'all. I heard about that funeral home. The lady said she went up in there and found found all them bodies in the. I don't know if I can play these bodies. Let me see. Okay, this one is covered up. This one is covered up. So there was a Houston funeral home. They found people bodies all laid out in the back, like just all over the place. It says man stabbed. Well, let me go back. Man stabbed after making a video where he found dead bodies in shocking conditions with no AC at Houston funeral home. A family of loved ones went to check on their grandmother after waiting months to receive her ashes. Growing suspicion, they decided to go and check the Richardson mortuary funeral home. What they found here was shocking. Look, he blurred it out, so I probably could play this one.
I'm at the funeral home where my mama's supposed to be at, bro. They got dead bodies in this building with no AC. No AC, man. These people, family members, y'all family members up here in this building with no AC. They're not taking care of them. Man, y'all took on y'all people, man. Richardson Memorial Services. Bro, they just got people in these caskets in this building being worked on. Doors wide open. Bro, if y'all got people, check on them. Door wide open, bro. They doing construction on this building. It's over here on Fuquay. It's called Richardson Memorial. If y'all got people, man, at this Memorial Home Services, bro, y'all better check on them, man. People not doing what they supposed to do with y'all family members.
This is a shame. That should be all type of charges, abuse of a corpse, all types of stuff. And I told you it was around back, so the people can't see it when they come through the front.
Oh, these people. If y'all got family up here, bro, come check on them. Come check on y'all people, man. Bro, they got my mom in this building while it's being worked on. Doors wide open, bro. Hot in there.
That's sad. That's really sad.
Come check on y'all people, man. We gotta come get y'all people out of there, because I don't know how much longer this building gonna be up.
Let me tell y'all a secret. You know how when you go to a funeral home, right? And when you go in, I know I've been there when my mama buried my brother and my sister, so I know this to be a fact. When you go in a funeral home and you sit down with the people, they give you package, right? And they say, hey, for this amount of money, you can get this caliber of casket, you can get this service, you can get this, that, and the third. Typically, most people don't have insurance. That's a fact, right? So what they do is they'll come and show you all the caskets and they'll show you this, that, and the third. Sometimes people want the look of the funeral but can't afford the actual funeral. What do I mean by that? So I want to do a viewing, but I want you to cremate my loved one. So dress them up, put them in a casket, put them there. We're going to come in, family going to come in. We're going to do a whole service. I know I got people that have gone to funerals like that. We're going to do a whole service. And then after the service is gone, they're going to close the casket. We go off to the repast. You do the ashes, right? Oh, yeah, that's when they rent the casket. Yeah. They rent the caskets when they do that. And those are still thousands of dollars. I'm about to explain to you what you saw in the back of this doggone thing. So you rent these caskets. And then the people do the service. You go in there, y'all do y'all service, y'all go about the repast, and then they take the casket and they say, okay, we're going to call you when the body and the ashes is ready. I'm pretty positive this is what you're looking at. These people are dressed These people have on clothes like they've already been. Look at this man. Look at this man right here. He already have on clothes. They have already funeralized him, propped him up for the family. This is what I'm assuming. I'm just assuming. Propped him up for the family, let them come do the funeral, and they throwed his ass in the back, waiting to be cremated. Okay? That's what it looks to be. That's what it looks to be. They because most people can't afford $30,000-$40,000 on no funeral, because that's how much they cost. And you got to have $20,000 to $25,000 to have a real good funeral in 2025. So I'm pretty positive that that's what they doing. They put them bodies up there, let you funeralize them or whatever, and then they ship their ass to the back and get to them when they get to them. Okay? That's what they're doing. Funeral business is the biggest scam you will ever run across. The second biggest is probably life insurance, and they probably running neck to neck. You okay? But the funeral business is the biggest scam. These people sell you a dream like the church. They ain't no different from the church. Unless you coming in there with the coin, then guess what? You're screwed. Oh, and by the way, in New Orleans, we have things called mausoleums. If you don't pay for the mausoleum space up front, they will basically put you on a payment plan. If you miss said payments, do you know that they will excavate those bodies from those mausoleums, put them in a plastic wrap, and dump their ass in the backyard and dump them down there? This is all about money. This is not about your loved ones. This is not about none of that. This is about money. And hell, if you ask me, it wouldn't surprise me if they still don't go in there and take some of them folks out. You get it? To resell them spaces. The average person does not have the money to bury their loved ones. Period. Point blank. The average person does not have the coin to bury their loved one. So what the funeral home has done is found a way to take advantage of those people. Because guess what? Most of those people are the people who are dying. It's those people who are dying by and large. So you think you're saving money by doing the visitation, and do what's in your budget. Please believe it. Do what's in your budget. I'm not saying don't do that. But what I'm saying is you have to make sure that these services and these people you're going to are reputable. Because this man said he was waiting on his grandmother's ashes for over a month, and he had to go back there and check on it. And then they got bodies just laying out in the back. Okay? Y'all paying car insurance because they making y'all go get y'all a life insurance policy, Fed. You can get you one for $25,000, girl. That'll cover your burial. You ain't got to leave nobody nothing if you feel like F everybody in your family. You can get you a $25,000 policy, girl. Pay about $7, $8 a month. You feel what I'm saying? And you won't even miss that money. Go get you a policy, Fed. Please, go get you a policy. And even still, you got to make sure when you take said policy, you take it to a reputable place. Okay? You have to. You can't just find somewhere because it's cheap and within your budget. Because these people don't care about your loved ones like you do. But if I was anybody who had a loved one in this mother effer, oh yeah, the whole thing got to go. The whole thing got to go. Do you hear me? I want everybody arrested for negligence and abuse of corpse. And I want the whole thing gone. I don't care who the richest family is. Black, white, yellow, blue, or green. They got to go. You get it? With that being said, y'all, I got to get up off here. Y'all take care of y'all family, bro. Go get your little policy. They ain't going to hurt you. Get a little $20,000 policy will get you in the door, fat. Go get your little policy. With that being said, I got to get up off here. Love y'all down to the ground. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy.
How you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.